right, so I come across this article right here, and I know it's a few days old. It was put out on May 28th, 2025. And it's an article that talks about how Urban Meyer decided to take some shots at the University of Georgia's football schedule. The title is, What in the World Was That? Urban Meyer takes cheeky dig at Kirby Smart's involvement in Georgia's schedule in 2025. So this is so ridiculous. This is if you follow any of this football, I mean, let's see. It says Urban Meyer and Kirby Smart are two of the biggest names in college football, which is a fact, which is true. You know, Urban Meyer won 2 national championships at Florida, 1 at Ohio State. Georgia has Kirby Smart has won 2 back-to-back championships, and we're looking to see if he can win another one. So yeah, so this comment, this criticism, Urban Meyer placed on Kirby Smart was on the a podcast. I think it's hosted by what was his name? Let me see if it got a name. I think Mark Ingram, I believe, and it's called the Triple Option. So it was put out, and it says right here in parentheses, "I'm sitting here looking. Here you go, boy. Look at the oh Lord, Georgia's schedule. They are playing 9 home fixtures. This is an SEC schedule, man." Being sarcastic. Now, this is what gets me about this. Because the fact of the matter is, Georgia's schedule last year was probably one of, if not the hardest schedule in football, period. How many games did they go? They went to Alabama. They went to Texas. They went to Ole Miss. They went to all these places and played these teams when they were, ranked high. And Georgia didn't have the season that they were expecting to have. But at the same time, looking at their schedule of last season, what did you expect? But here's the kicker for it. They're playing the same schedule, except for their non-conference games, except for Georgia Tech, they changed those. And let's read this. The schedule is what it is for SEC-wise, of course. No, you cannot control, because they were talking about, does Georgia control their schedule? It says control by scheduling. But you can control Marshall, Austin Peay, and Charlotte. And they got 9, count them, 9 home games. Yeah, come on, Kirby. What in the world was that? So freaking ridiculous. To me, Urban Meyer is an absolute idiot. Never liked him. Never going to like him. He's a smart ass. He's an arrogant person. And I don't know too many people that do like him. Okay, let's be honest about that. Well, Georgia is playing the same schedule, but the home games have switched this time. So they're still playing Texas, which is ranked higher than Georgia. They're still playing teams like who? Alabama, which is ranked high. Ole Miss, which is ranked high. Tennessee, which is ranked. Georgia still is going to have one of the hardest schedules in football this coming season. Now, I know since Urban went and coached and won at Ohio State, he's done completely forgotten the fact that he won championships in the Southeastern Conference because he's a weirdo. But look at the schedule. Look at Ohio State's schedule. Look at Michigan's schedule. Hell, look at Oregon's schedule. And you compared that schedule to Georgia's schedule, even though they got all these home games. But guess what Georgia also has that these other teams don't have? They're going to play Georgia Tech in a neutral field in the state in the Georgia Dome. They're always going to play Georgia-Florida game in a neutral site. Does these other teams do that? I'm curious. What is the deal here? Why is there always? I guess when you're the top dog, and I still believe that Georgia still is one of the top dogs in the football game, you're going to get attacked constantly, and it really irritates me that Urban Meyer has always got to have something to say about the University of Georgia. It's ridiculous. It's one of the dumbest things that there is. He's always criticizing the SEC. You tell me right now, and I want you to be honest as you can, would Ohio State have a winning record? Maybe they would have. They're a pretty good team, but would they have this dominant force that they have every year if they played the same teams that Georgia had to play every year? Georgia's schedule is harder than Ohio State. Any team in the Big Ten, Georgia's schedule by far is way more tougher than anything they could ever handle. So, it doesn't make any sense. I'm sick of Urban Meyer. He's a joke. He's just pissed off because Kirby Smart's probably going to pass him in his championships, and he's a lot more, and he's more popular. People love him. The media, a lot of the media this is just, to me, is pretty much hate speech to me, because you're just trying to turn the fan base, you're trying to turn people and make Kirby look like the bad guy, like he created this weak schedule. No, sir. It's still one of the hardest schedules in football. So, anyway, I just wanted to talk about this article and talk about how ridiculous it is. And I'm probably going to start doing more football, Georgia, not just UGA, but I may even start talking about the Falcons at some point, the Atlanta Dream, home teams, and maybe start doing more talking about sports, because that's my life pretty much. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. If you'd like to see more content like this, man, let me know in the comments. Till next time, see ya.